Hi, it's Susie from Pink Diamond Guide. How are you today? You've just got me tonight for your reading to do a bit of an energy update. Um, and today's been like super busy, and I've definitely been feeling the push of the current energies with sometimes things are moving really, really fast paced and hectic and out of control, and then other times it's just like calm, steady, functional, knowing what we're doing. So we're definitely feeling that push of the energies that we've been describing with our North Node in Taurus energies and the North Node conjunct with Uranus and everything else we've got going on. The lead up to the Lionsgate, the whole box and dice. So we are breaking it down to set ourselves ready for this Lionsgate this year. Now, today there were two songs that really got me when I was out and about, and I've been talking about having spiritual edification. And I was, Ricky and I are moving house, and I was actually out shopping for a new bed today, and Bon Jovi came on, living on a prayer, and that line really struck me. We're halfway there, and then tonight, just as we were just chatting, Ricky says to me, he said the same line. He goes, "We're halfway there," and we're talking about moving and changing and adjusting because we're in transition too, and it really struck me. Oh, something about that. We're halfway there. It's hit me. Haven't had a third reference yet, but I just wanted to run with it. It really struck me, and then. I was just driving home. I just picked my son up from he does his emergency services cadets, and I picked him up. And on the way home, Kurt Cobain, Nirvana came on, and "Come as You Are." And one of the lines is "Come as you are, soaked in bleach." Right? So this is this idea of getting clean again, or this idea of being clean and ready to move into the Lionsgate energy. And Bon Jovi saying, "You're halfway there." You're living on a prayer, like that idea of talking to the divine or being in meditation, being in spirit. We're sort of halfway. If the Lionsgate windows open for a window of time, we're halfway there. And then Nirvana's saying to us, "Come as you are." Come as you are, soaked in, what is it, doused in mud, soaked in bleach, something along those lines, but it's like that clean up energy. So we're halfway there, we're getting cleaned up, we're sorting out the mud from the muck. And so I wanted to tap in and have a bit of a look at that energy. And Ricky has tapped out for today. He's had a monster day. So you've just got me. I am going to read from the perspective of the Divine Feminine, largely because we need to choose an aspect. And Divine Feminine, you are the ones that we speak to most. And I've been having, even though it's been a little harder to keep up with everybody today, I have been catching up and had some very, very encouraging conversations. So in the past couple of readings, we've been talking about how conversations may begin, that you might start to get the initiation of communication. But like I said to you, unions come in waves. So some of you will receive it, some of you won't. It doesn't not mean that you're not on this wave or that your union isn't coming together. It's just they come together in waves. And take to heart, even if you haven't received communication, be excited about the fact that people on your wave are starting to get it. It's not great communication. It's not let's start a ticker tape parade kind of a communication. It's more the fish in a cup kind of energies, by and large, from what I'm reading, what I'm hearing. But the communication is there. But don't lose heart if it's not happened for you, because like I said, these things happen in waves. And like if you look a couple of readings back, we were talking about how all the masculines were on the beach differently. Some were in the water on the boards, they're the ones communicating. Some were standing on the beach just trying to dip a toe in the water, and some were way up the beach. But all of those masculines were all on the same wave. So let's have a look. If we're saying we're halfway there, we're doused in mud, dipped in bleach, however Kurt Cobain says those lines. Let's have a look at what the energy is doing. Oh, the Empress comes straight flying out of the gate. The Six of Pentacles, wonderful. We've got the Five of Cups, not a problem. We know why that's there. We've got the High Priestess, I took a
We've
little
got
pause there, but I'm back
Knight
with
of
the cards
Cups.
from the bottom of the
Wonderful,
deck.
wonderful, wonderful.
Look,
And we've
I've
the
got the
Judgment
Tower,
card
I've got the
again.
Sun, I've
Got
got the Nine
magnets
of
on my
Swords,
finger for
Queen of
these cards. I
Pentacles,
tell
King
you,
of
there's a
Wands,
few
Knight
really
of Wands.
seriously
And sitting over
repeating
there, I
messages
do have
that
that
you
Ace of
just
Cups
you just
making
can't
a
make this stuff
reappearance,
up,
which
can
is
you, Divine
really lovely.
Feminine?
But I'm not
Let's
going to
flip
dig
it
that
over.
far
Oh,
down the
the
deck.
Tower.
The Sun,
Look,
the Nine
there's
of
another song
Swords,
that's
we've got the
rattling
Queen
around
of
in my head.
Pentacles, the
It's
King
called
of
Lost
Wands,
Without You. It's
and
by an
the Knight
Australian
of
singer.
Wands. Beautiful, beautiful voice. Her name's Delta Goodrem. She sings this song called Lost Without You. And one of the lines in it, like towards the end, she goes, I keep trying to find my way, but all I know is I'm lost without you. I keep trying to face the day, but I'm lost without you. It'll be something. I'll put the lyrics in the description box if you're interested in the full song. But it's like that's those words have been rattling around in my head. Music's really been a thing for me today. Like first there's the Bon Jovi halfway there, then we've got Nirvana saying clean it up, been through mud, doused in bleach, and now we've got Delta rattling around my head singing, I keep trying to find my way, but I feel really lost without you. Um, so look, it doesn't surprise me that that's what's, the songs that are rattling around, and then have a look at what the push is from the bottom of the deck. Let's have a dig. Knight of Wands. So we've got this push to, like I've been calling the wands the page and the knight, I've been calling them the little divine spark, and I haven't really been sort of dividing between the two. The knight does have more of a push. He's more action oriented. He charges forward, but generally he doesn't stick. So it's like a push forward or a surge, and we've been talking about how that plays out. Now we're elevated to the knight, to the king, beg your pardon. So the king has more potential to stick. So this little spark or this little surge of passion now turns into something that is really capable of leading you through this wave and into something that feels more like passion that will stick around. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is all about getting to work. She's strong, she's independent, and look at these we've got this king and queen set under here. King of Wands with this passionate, creative, and he's an ability to lead, have creative ideas, and really trust your instinct kind of a guy. And Queen of Pentacles, she knows how to get the job done. The work that comes against her, I equate her to like a single mum who's managing it all. Perhaps she's got a high pressure job or running a business. She's got kids at home, and she's got the ability to draw on luxuries as well when the time, like she's providing for herself is what I want to say. The Queen of Pentacles has got her act a little bit together. This divine spark, this Knight of Wands, it's gone from the page into the Knight, and it's produced this royal couple that, this guy takes action. Nine of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. She's steady and she's stable. So for mine, we've had these energies like under the North Node, dancing with Taurus and dancing with Uranus. We do have those, the rapids, and we have the calm and steady in those rivers. So that we still got those really, and look, masculine and feminine, they're still opposite energies. The universe creates in ones and zeros those opposites. This feels like this divine spark that's coming towards us. I'm going to refer back to Lionsgate. The push is getting bigger. We've gone from the page to the Knight, and now we have these North Node processes that are cleaning out the scenario, but it's playing out in these dichotomies or these polarities, the king and the queen. We've got the fiery energy, and we've got the steady, stable progress energy playing out there. Not surprised to see them there. What's the next layer of energy? Look at this. Maybe you're having a little bit of trouble sleeping, divine feminine. Maybe just a little bit, because we have some really, and it's like next level up, isn't it? If we've got these polarities playing out here, look at this energy. The sun and the tower. Really? Could we get any more dramatic? The sun and the tower. So it's these bursts of like hope and encouragement and prosperity and abundance and everything you and your twin are going to be. Look, all that you're going to achieve, walking on mission for the world, and you can get right up in your hope and faith and love energies when the sun is playing out. But then the tower, right? That's Delta singing the blues. I'm lost without you. How am I going to face the day? I keep trying. I get up every day and I'm doing what I need to do. I keep trying to face the day. But what do I know? I'm lost without you. How am I ever going to get rid of these blues? I'm so lonesome all the time. These are lyrics from the song. And then she says, I keep trying to face the day. Keep trying to face the day. All the hope in the world. Bon Jovi says we're halfway there. Kurt Cobain says doused in mud, soaked in bleach. This is very much how it's playing out under these current energies, divine feminine. So if you're feeling these moments where you're really, really hopeful and you go, I'm doing it, I know how to get through, this might even involve some communication for some of you. I know, remember, everyone's coming in on a different wave. So just know that we're talking to a broad group of people, and if communication, even if it's, you might be getting breadcrumbs, you might be getting full conversations, however it's playing out, right? Just your journey is your journey. Be hopeful if it's there, be hopeful if it's not, okay? This is all about holding on to keeping your faith and moving forward. This is going, oh my God, I'm lost without you. How am I going to continue to push through these energies? All right, the universe sees you, divine feminine. Do they see you what? Look who comes in here, the Empress. The push against you is to rise up in the energy of the Empress. Now, our Empress has got it all going on. Remember, she's nurturing, she's mothering, she's caring, she's connected to Mother Earth. She is connected. She wears a crown of stars, which connects her to universal influences. She has got it going on. She's working the process, and even though this is what she's got to contend with, the universe says, I see you, divine feminine, and I know that you've got this. The Empress works in the three great gifts of faith, hope, and love. And I know that you've got this, divine feminine. This is the big push against you to rise in Empress energy. Here is some solid foundation. That's believing in the doctrine, believing in your twin flame, believing in the collective, believing in the mission, and believing in you. This is solid. Here, this is rock. Here you've got the 3D fruit of all the work that you're doing and all the people that you're nurturing, all of the souls who are going to follow after you. Look, she doesn't have a machete in her hand, but she might as well. Look how much, there's no vines in front of this one. She's walking, look, see how she has a bit of the foliage in front of her. She has foliage around it. She is carving her way through, we won't call it jungle, we'll call it long grass, right? She's out in nature pushing her way through it. And here you've got the divine push, or the divine messages, the quantum sea swirling around in the sky behind her, doing their thing. You have some solid trees and sky. She is connected to the heartbeat of Mother Earth. She's connected to the universal voice. There is energy flowing all around her, and she's solid and she's stable despite this ridiculous push against her right now of going, oh, I've got myself together, I can do this, oh my God, I'm lost without you, how am I going to do it? Okay, like the universe sees you, they see that you're rising up as the Empress, and here comes the pennies from heaven. This has been a repeating message too, and it is a card of giving, the Six of Pentacles. It can be a card of charity. It can be a card of balance. It can represent a number of things. But in the way, excuse me, I'll just turn that off. It's probably going to go off again. I'll turn it off properly. This, for mine, under this current energy and in the current wave, the cycle that I'm reading, I see it as pennies of heaven. Pearls of wisdom, information coming down from the divine to prepare you. The Lion's Gate, this is where that information will seed, right? These ideas from the divine, their knowledge, their learning, their wisdom, they're the things that are going to get you on track for your journey. See this black and white grid behind you? I kind of equate that to how the universe puts things together. You know, the black and the white, where you need both of those polarities to be able to be in creation. And the universe is going, well, here's what you need to understand about how manifestation works. Here's what you need to understand about how twin flames come together. Here's what you need to understand about your soul ascension journey. Here's what you need to understand about mission. Everything that you're going to need to know. And you know, I'll say it again. People ask me, what's my next step? I'm like, the divine will show you. Stand up in your Empress energy, right? And here, I know you might be having disruption to your sleep because of it. You might have this, you know, these pennies from heaven might keep you up at night. You know, you might be having very, very vivid dreams. You might be, you know, in the moments before you fall asleep, in the moments just as you're waking up, they might be really, really intense visions. And this is for mine. Look, the levels of the Nine of Swords. I always see this as like these are ideas, right? And it's like levels of ascension that you're moving through. Now, in the Rider-Waite deck, and we've been talking about it in the last few readings, if you look at our past ones, in the Rider-Waite, these three bottom swords actually pierce the figure. Like, and we've been talking about how it's like, you know, the ideas that have been stabbing the Divine Masculine. The Divine Masculine's been getting this card. Whereas you, Divine Feminine, look, you sit with those ideas above you. You know that it's an ascension pathway. If I continue to climb these ideas all the way to the top, I'll know what I need to know. It might keep you up at night, but it's not destroying you because you have some comprehension of it. They're not knives through you to receive these ideals of wisdom from the divine. I'll put these back so you know the way I read. I'll pick cards from where I need them. The stories are all interconnected. Tarot reading is storytelling. You read the energy, and then you know the cards are here to draw it all together. So we'll put them back where they are, so I make sure I can draw them again. Pennies from heaven, divine feminine. This is what this next little bit is all about: is drawing down the wisdom. The universe is giving to you knowledge. Is how I want to say it. In your soul space. Oh, all I know is I'm lost without you. How am I going to do this? Here's our Two of Cups behind, and if you're familiar with tarot, you'll know our Two of Cups is our soulmate energy. And we've talked in the past reading, I won't dive into it in this reading, but I talk about how important the void is. If you want to know more about it and you haven't seen it, it's in the reading that I posted right before this one. I dove into information about the void. So here in the soul space, divine feminine, you are feminine. You are keeping the void, and you've put your you've Two of Cups, your soulmate connection. You've put it in a safe space so you can do your work. Right? Here's your divine masculine over here. He's doing his work. He's he's not pouring into these. Some are starting to pour into the cups. I know that, but some are just still got their backs turned. You are doing your work with your back turned. The kicker here is not to turn around and to turn into chaser energy. Okay, so continue to do your work. I know that this is tough when you go, all the hope and love and joy that you feel when you think about what life could be like when you and your twin are together versus the tower energy of our Delta Goodrem song, I'm lost without you. I keep trying to face the day. But this is what I'm really feeling. It's like I feel like I could just cry. I could just burst into tears at any given point because I'm holding space from what I really want, and that's my connection with you. And that feels so counterintuitive. It hurts my soul so much to have to get up and face every day without you, knowing I've got all of this work that I need to do to ascend, knowing that the push from the universe is going to, it asked me to be this empress. And I don't want to be an empress on my own. I'll do it. I will do it, but I don't want to. I don't want to face every day having to rise up by myself and do mission by myself. I want to be able to do that with my twin. And that's a want. Do you hear the word I'm saying? I want to be able to do it. You don't need your twin to do the work. You can get on mission by yourself, and the alchemy will do its thing. Now, I did have a comment yesterday, which I wanted to address here today. Is going. The question was, I think I feel his pain. I think it's his pain that I'm feeling, not mine. And I'm, what do I do with that? And my reply to that is, it doesn't matter whose pain it is, because in between the nothing is not nothing. You guys have this quantum entanglement. We do. Twins have quantum entanglement between us, which means that we are never separate. There's not nothing in the nothing. There is entanglement. It actually doesn't matter whose pain sits in here. It doesn't matter whose pain it is. If you feel it, then you've got to be the one to address it. And it doesn't, trying to decide whose it is really doesn't matter. If you're feeling it, it's in your energy field. If it's in your consciousness, it's in your energy field. If you're aware of it, you can be the one to fix it. And you do not have to allocate whose pain it is, because it's just energy. It doesn't matter what caused it. It doesn't matter where it come from. If you are feeling it, you are a powerful being. You have the power to rise up and move that energy on. Feel it to heal it. If it's rising up within you, it's yours to deal with. Whether it's come down the wire from them or not, if it's rising up with you, you do not need to know the source of it, because it's just energy. Pain is energy, and energy wants to flow. And if you're going to spend your time getting stuck on deciding whose pain it is, this is how you're going to stay stuck in the energy, right? It will literally keep you bogged. It will keep you in the feeling of wanting to turn around and chase. It'll keep you, just constantly, oh, why is he in pain? What is he suffering with? You don't need to allocate the answer to the question. This is one of the pennies from wisdom that come down, that I figured out in the journey. It didn't matter whose pain it was. It didn't matter if it rose up. If I was feeling it, I was like, righto, here comes a wave of pain. It's an energy. It's a frequency, and I didn't need to know what caused it. I didn't need to know where it came from. What I needed to do was the work to get it to move. I hope I'm making sense with what I'm trying to say. Is that, like, we get very, very caught up in and even here in, like, here's a sword of truth. You get very, very caught up in trying to go, what happened to make this pain rise? You don't know. You might never know what triggered that wave of pain. If you understand that you are entangled, it can be caused from the other side of the wire. My point is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the source of it is, because it's just energy. It could be triggered from, you could have a push from the universe that's triggering a pain reaction from when you're a child that you suppressed. And to sit there and try and go, well, I'm feeling pain. Who do I need to allocate the pain to? It doesn't matter. The point is, the pain is there. If it's risen, it's because it's energy that wants to move. So feel it. Go, where do I feel the feeling? Let it rise deeper and deeper and deeper until it causes you to take an action. Whether it makes you cry, kick, scream, punch a pillow, whatever it makes you do. It might make you just want to sit quietly. When I say, like, you want to feel it to heal it, depending on what the action is, it might make you want to journal. It might make you want to, whatever it is, you got to feel it as deeply as you need to feel it to let it move, and allocating it to this person or anyone that's ever been in your energy field. It's a fruitless activity, because you may never get to the bottom of. You may be highly conscious of what it is. You may be highly conscious, and that you're able to address it. The point of this conversation is when you have the pain where you're not sure what the cause of it is. You're not sure? Rise with it anyway. Lean into it anyway. Let it be whatever frequency it is. Feel it till you can't feel it anymore. Let it get to the bottom of the tank and get that energy moving. And if it is coming from the other side of the wire, because you've done the work, by default, you're going to heal that energy in between you anyway. And they don't have to know that you've healed their pain. You've just healed a frequency. That's the kicker. if you can take the big, the big emotional spend out of it that is trying to allocate where the pain comes from, you'll move through these moments. You'll move through these moments with more grace, and you won't have to sit in the suffering as long. I hope that makes sense. And I'm not trying to be dismissive or derogatory in giving that information. I'm trying to be genuinely helpful in going. One of the big pennies from heaven that I got was that sometimes it didn't matter where the pain, what the source was, or if I understood. Sometimes it was very, very clear. I was working through issues that I felt around how I was raised in my family. I was working through issues through, you know, my business. I was working through issues through the twin flame journey. The issues come from all sorts of places. Sometimes you can allocate why the pain rises, and you can get very direct with how you move through that. Sometimes it's you cannot pinpoint at all why you're feeling this way. You can't. And the kicker is to go, all right, I'm feeling it. It's energy that wants to move. I'm gonna do it anyway. Gonna do it anyway. And if it heals this person by default, power to you. Power to you. Okay. We've got a bit of a struggle playing out here with the High Priestess. Now she's been coming out a lot lately, so I kind of want to push down this path. When we get into this energy, sometimes it can be hard to see what the purpose of the meaning is. And a song like Deltas sometimes can push us further into this journey than it can into this journey. Do you know what I mean? It's like if the High Priestess, if you've done some meditating, you've done some work, you've done some ascension, perhaps she's working you through your dream space, and you're getting information coming through this way. Clearly she's bringing down pennies from heaven, divine feminine. Clearly they are raining down on you, and she's saying, I want to show you in real time that I'm working with you to give you the answers that you're looking for. Right? I know that you're going through this scenario. I'm going to show you in real time that I've got answers for you as to why this is all playing out. So why is she coming through as a struggle? Maybe you're having trouble finding that real world edification. Maybe some of the answers that are coming to you are not being put together in a puzzle way. So I can only encourage you when the High Priestess comes through as a challenge, that would be that Spirit is bringing messages through. You're clearly receiving the information, but are you transmuting it? That would be my question. Are you starting to transmute it in a way that is starting to put the puzzle pieces together to make sense for you? Are you getting that 3D real world answer that is edifying the messages that you're getting from Spirit? Okay, the advice from Spirit is the Knight of Cups. Gee, that's some much lighter energy, isn't it? After this, holy dooly. The Knight of Cups comes in to say that you've been able to find your loving heart. The Knight of Cups, he is in love with love, this guy. He's the bubblegum fairy tale version of love. He loves art, he loves poetry. He brings flowers on Valentine's Day and a lovely box of chocolates. He probably calls you from work to tell you he's thinking of you. He's an offer of love that is truly, truly from... He's Prince Charming. Let's call him. He might be a knight, but he's Prince Charming. The advice from Spirit is, out of this, you're going to start to feel more of the lighter side of love. So this is washing you down, walking... Oh, I'll have to double check that line. I'm pretty sure it's soaked in mud, doused in bleach, is the energy that we're being put through with the North Node dance. And then we go through Lionsgate, and the advice from Spirit is you're going to feel a rush of love. Is this a divine love? I'm going to suggest maybe it is. It is. And maybe this is why our high Priestess comes in and says, I need you to understand that my messages sometimes can be abstract. And to be able to find them in the real world is important. The advice is an offer, and why I'm saying is that you're probably going to feel it as a rush from the divine is because the likely outcome is the Judgment card. So the work that you do in this space is you're probably going to feel a rush of love that overcomes this Five of Cups energy. Five of Cups is, look, it serves you. Don't get me wrong. To sit in this energy, it drives you forward. There's two cards in tarot that really drive you to search. It's the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords. That level of pain, that level of remorse, sadness, regret, holding space for your twin flame in the void, nothing will push you deeper into action than those very, very heavy energies. The pain is designed to serve. As frustrating as it is, I say it, if we sat in Knight of Cups energy when we first found our twin, would you ever embark on seeking the divine? My likely answer to that question was no, I wouldn't. Because I know when Ricky and I went to separation and I went into another relationship and he showed up like this, my other relationship, he was very loving and kind and friendly and wonderful and all this, and it was delightful. When it was delightful, it was absolutely delightful before it all fell apart. But this, I went, I don't need to search. I can just sit in this Knight of Cups energy. That's fine. It puts a great big band-aid over my heart and I don't need to search. When I sit in this energy, I'm crying out for the divine for answers. Tell me why. I keep trying to face the day, but I'm lost without you. Now we can sing that line to our twin flame. We can sing this line to the divine. I keep trying to face the day. I keep trying to find my way. She sings lines like that, but I'm lost without you. This energy is what the divine is saying. You don't have to feel lost because I'm right with you. You don't have to feel lost. Your twin is right there with you. And what we're saying is, the energy is we're halfway there. We're halfway there. Look, we've got a little ascension staircase to go. I think in this particular cycle, we're halfway through the mini cycle, and we've got a little ascension path that's about to unleash with the spiritual sun of Sirius rising in the sky, and the physical sun that brings light and warmth to our planet. This alignment to mine is if we're at the halfway there, the other side of this rush of love that you're about to feel is coming. For mine, it comes around the Lionsgate energy, and you'll just feel this rush of warmth and joy and kindness and abundance just pour down on your soul. The divine finds you in good favor, divine masculine, feminine. Ooh, was that a Freudian slip? I wonder what's going to come out for divine masculine. Divine finds you in good favor. This is going to be more of what wants to push through, but we're going to break you down to break you through because there's something we need to teach you. We want you to rise in Empress energy. We want you to understand everything that we've got to teach you. I know the pain is a problem. It's pushing you into some heavy spaces, but hold the void, hold the connection in good favor. And the divine says, what I've got coming for you is a big rush of love. I do like this. It's a tough message. It's a heavy message in places. But they're going to keep showing you day by day that you're on track. Okay? Or what are we going to have for you, divine masculine? Oh, I'm really, I don't know if I'm excited or nervous to see what's here. Ricky's away. He's at work, and we've been moving house as well. So I attempted to start reading last night when he'd fallen asleep, but he was down. And we have been, look, honestly, we've been through this. Over here in Australia, in Queensland, where we live, there's been a housing crisis on the back of COVID. We live up north, and not sure if it's the reason for the housing crisis, but what I understand is that a lot of people moved north when COVID hit because we had a lot more freedoms up here where we live. It didn't sort of the restrictions weren't imposed upon us as heavily as our southern counterparts, and so we got caught up in this housing crisis as well. And we've been, when we have been living together, we didn't live together for the whole time through that, but when we did move in together, we've been it's like an office space bedroom. We've been living at my daughter's house, trying to get ourselves into housing on the back of the housing crisis. And so we've understood these breakdown to breakthrough energies. But where I was going with that is that when he went to sleep last night, he was very, very tired, and I attempted to read, but it was a little bit noisy in the background. Sounded like some chainsaws. So I decided to put off the reading to this morning And so I'm going to read for the Divine Masculine today, and Ricky's headed off to work. Let's see what's going on there. The Divine Masculine. What have we got for you? Let's have a look. I don't even, like, I'm not even really, while I'm reading, I normally get a vibe of what's got, but I'm kind of like, what's going to happen next? What's going to jump out of here next? And remember, we do have a masculine coming in on waves, so it could, oh, Six of Cups, Ten of Swords, oh, Divine Masculine, oh, there's your Four of Cups again, there's your Four of Cups again, we've got the Hierophant, we've got the Devil, true, and we've got, oh, the Queen of Cups. What do we got from the bottom of the deck? We've got the Emperor, the Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Judgment, the High Priestess. What have we got? And one more. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that. If I went one layer, I'm not going to, but look at this sneaky peek. What's sitting there? The Sun and the Ace of Cups. Seriously. What a positive omen is that? Like, it's a few layers deep, though. And I'm not going to draw on it today, but, like, the Ace of Cups and the Sun, like, to me, they just jump out as positive omens. And look, you're both drawing similar energies under the deck there. What have we got? The Push from underneath the deck. Here's our wounded warrior. He's been through it, hasn't he? He's been through it, right? He's been through his own version of these battles, and here he is, still on his feet, standing tall. He's a little bit bandaged, a little bit, but he's got his wand. He's going, I'm still fighting, Divine Feminine. Don't forget about me. And the push from the universe is going, like, keep fighting, Divine Masculine. I know you've been through some battles. I know you're battle weary, but look, I'm going to send you some signs. I'm going to send you some signs, and I'm going to let you know that I've got you. Look, I'm going to do it with a big ass trumpet. I'm going to, like, make some noise to let you know that you're not alone. I'm going to show up in your world to remind you of who you are and why I've needed you to walk the way that you have. For mine, that's a very serious push that I wouldn't be surprised at all if you're showing up in his dream space, or if you just invade his thoughts at this point, and it makes him feel really, really battle weary. It's like, have I got another go round in me? And remember, what we've got going on right now is those push-pull energies, or the really, really heightened energies, and then the really, really, oh, I'm going to settle into them energies. So I would hazard a guess that in this High Priestess energy, that she's trying really, really hard to bring through these ideals to the Divine Masculine. And look, if she's coming through in his sleep, he's probably got a horn blowing in his ear, waking him up as well. That's a really nice little sequence, that one. You're battle weary, but the Divine's got you, and we're going to lead you and show you. And you know what I said before, and isn't it funny? I said the Divine finds you in good favor, Divine Masculine. He finds you both in good favor, right? The push is to bring the Divine wants his twin flame couples walking together, leading humanity into the next chapter of our story. To mine, it's a powerful message, and I don't think I'm going to have to dive too deep beyond that. Going, you're being moved through the next phase, Divine Masculine. And what have we got here? See, look, again, another repeating message. We've got pennies from heaven for the Divine Masculine as well. So it's not as obvious a push. It's still a level of, it's still, energy comes in levels and layers. So this is a push from the universe to bring Divine Masculine into balance, and to bring wisdom, and to give to the Divine Masculine. Here, look, we move from being really quite battle weary here and holding on to the wand, to being, and you know what strikes me there too? Look, there's a bit of balance for you in that. You had the push of the King of Wands, so you've got the masculine fire energy coming through, and he's got the feminine version of it. That's a little bit of balance playing out, and it's a push from the universe too, under some very, very big fiery energies. So we've got, Lionsgate coming up. I think Mercury and Leo are still dancing. and we've got Jupiter going backwards through Aries. To have fire energies playing out right now would make a lot of sense. Is it coming through up here where he might action it, or where you might be receiving the true, I don't know, 3D version of what a king and queen of wands would look like? No, it's a push from the universe. So you're probably going to feel these levels of I'm going to call it, you're going to feel these levels of desire for each other rise up, where you just, want to be held, and you want to, you want to make love to each other. You want to be intimate. You want to express sexual energy. Like that's what this push will feel like. Is that you really want to express. King and Queen of Wands are passionate creatures, and you've got that coming through as a push from the universe. And then how does he show up next? So we had this pennies from heaven, and now I'm starting to see it as some serious, like, because it's spelling out. I see it as reciprocated sexual energy, but I'm going to say it's still, under the surface. It's not being acted upon as yet. And then we've got the Emperor, right? So the push from the universe is that he does stand up and act on it. But I would have liked to have seen that up here, right? Versus being a push from the universe. But it's good that he's getting this push to stand up and lead and be somebody who would, because you had your Empress in here too. See, that's like yours is sitting one level. Yours is actually in the reading. His is still like under the surface. Do you see where I'm going there? You've got the King and Queen of Wands that are kind of like a balanced, and they're going, oh yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? The Empress is more aware, so she goes, oh yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Whereas the Emperor is going, what am I feeling? What's going on here? It's still like it's still like an energy, like a layer of energy under the surface. Is kind of, that's what I want to say. But then what does the universe want to push directly against him? Is, look, the Six of Cups, going back to the past, revisiting where you've been. This energy is like, it can be past relationships, it can be childhood issues, it can be past lives even. But the point being is that the past is being heavily pushed against the divine masculine. And I go, if the layer of energy you've got is the Empress, and he's reflecting, is he reflecting on his Empress? Does he want to go back to the energy of the Empress? How do I get the Empress back into my life? Maybe you've got karma that's played out over many past lives. Maybe I know for a fact that we've got in our circle, we've got the twin flames who've known each other as children. Absolutely. So this is an energy that would reflect all of that. Is like my Empress from my past coming back around. Now, for some divine masculine, this will play out, and it's not escaping me that it will play out as dealing inner child energies, for sure. But by and large, the biggest push, the biggest feeling is, I'm lost without you. I keep trying to face the day, and all I know is I'm lost without my Empress. That song is hitting me. And the other song, is like, we're halfway there. We're halfway there. We're halfway through the worst of these energies to bring this back around. I do love that sequence come out. Honestly, that's awesome. Okay, what have we? How is he? He's playing out the Ten of Swords. Wow, here you are. You're getting all your pennies from wisdom, and you're putting your focus over there on bringing information through. You are holding the void for the masculine, right? He's the Two of Cups in between. He's got his back turned. But what's he experiencing in his 3D world? The Ten of Swords, all the knives in the back. So he is feeling this level of pain, like you're feeling this level of pain. It might be for different reasons. And we don't, it's not our job to know at this point what he's going through or why. Until he brings this to you at your doorstep and you're able to work through it together. Ricky did, absolutely. He made the phone call and he goes, I don't know what the hell is going on with me. All I know is I need you to help me through it. You're the one I want to call. You're the one that I'm reaching out to. It's you. I need help. I don't know what I'm experiencing, but I'm hitting rock bottom. And this is kind of what I'm feeling. And the 10 is the end of the cycle. And he's got it in this very, very, very physical space. Here you are, you're pushing down your path. You're going, yep, I'm just going to focus on the divine. I don't know if it's your pain or my pain that I'm feeling. Here, remember we talked about this? I don't know if it's your pain or my pain. If you're experiencing this on his behalf, you don't need to identify it. I want to promise you that. You don't need to identify that it's his pain until he physically makes the call. See, doesn't this make sense why the high priestess is a struggle? Until he physically makes the call and says, my beautiful empress, I'm in pain. You are the one that I need to be here. This is why the high priestess is a struggle for you, is because perhaps you are feeling it. You two are entangled. My point is you don't need to identify it. If you feel it, heal it. Get in that energy and help it move. Set it free. If he's sending it down the wire your way and it's rising, it's if it's in your energy field, it's yours to move. And if you are one consciousness, one soul, one energy, you don't define what's his and what's yours. That's my kicker. He may well be the one that's deep in the 10 swords energy. You may well be feeling it as this tower energy that's breaking you down to break through. It actually doesn't matter where the source of it is. If you can't identify it, it doesn't matter. But what I'm suggesting here is divine masculine is feeling a serious. Look at this guy, flat on his face. Look at those swords in his back, and here's the divine traveling behind, traveling alongside. Can we just push you over into that water, divine masculine? It's a healing drink over there. Lay down in that water and let the divine soothe your pain. And Empress, you'll know what to say. You'll know what to do when the call comes. If the call comes, remember, we move in waves. So, this energy might be a minute away for you. It may have already happened. It's an energy read on what's going on, the likely impact on the divine masculine right now. What's going on in his soul space. Again, this 4 of Cups is relentless for the divine masculine. This idea of offering a cup of love. I see that cup of love over there. Do you see that cup of love? It caught my eye earlier, and I'm like, yep, it's part of the reading, but I don't want to dive into that energy. And that's kind of like, you can kind of imagine divine masculine's feeling that too. He's going, I see you, divine. I feel that you're putting some kind of a force, some kind of a pressure against me, and that you're saying, look, there's something in this cup of love for me, and I should be responding to it some way, somehow, but I'm remaining, quite stoic. I'm still looking at my 3 cups on the ground. But this is, honestly, I kind of want to cut this bit out now and go, this is in the soul space. Reality is starting to be less tangible. It is for mine when I lean into divine masculine's energy. He's going, what is it about this cup that you keep putting it in my face, divine? Self-love, twin love, love for humanity, love for the divine. There's so much in that cup. It's a big cup to drink. You and I both know divine feminine. If you're watching divine masculine, don't take offense that I'm directing it. I need to take an aspect to read from so that the energy flows through. But just flip the information however it relates if you're watching, because I know we've had a few divine masculine starting to join the crew. So please know that when I direct it divine feminine, it's, flip it how you need to. It's just me taking an aspect. We know this is a lot to drink. We do. It's a lot to understand. It's a lot to work through, and more often than not, it causes these moments. So, divine masculine, when you take this drink, we're going to understand that it's going to bring up a lot of this. We understand it's actually going to bring up a lot of this. The past, childhood memories, any karma that you've allocated through past lives, that you've brought into this lifetime that you're here to burn off. It all comes up when the divine says, I choose you. Come on, it's time to get on mission. What is your challenge, right? Your challenge is to move next level. Look, your challenge is to transform. This is a 5, right? Your challenge is to make a commitment. is to rise up in your wisdom. Your challenge is to become a leader. Your challenge is to serve and help other people. This is a wise spiritual or religious figure in this represented by the Hierophant. And look at these people. They're listening to what he's got to say. He is a pillar of truth and strength. And divine masculine, right now, you're finding it hard to rise up in this energy. Or maybe you're finding it hard to find someone who can mentor you through this energy. It's transformational. So this is a big energy to have to struggle with. The divine is going, here's your cup of knowledge. I really need you to drink it. And you're going, oh, I'm not sure I can. I'm really not sure I can. Because why? You got the devil. You got the world. You got the divine in one ear and the devil pushing in the other. Right? And this is showing up very, very present in your energy. Now, the other way this card can play out is I often associate this energy with chaser energy. It's like when you get into obsession, right? So perhaps divine masculine. Here you are. You see this wonderful cup of love that the divine wants to. Here's our cup. Here's our cup over here. Here's our cup over here. You're starting to get the gist. And you turn around and you go, you might have a sneaky stalk on Facebook, see what they're doing. And it starts to fuel these. And remember I said I had the King of Wands and I had the Queen of Wands. That's a little surge of sexual energy right there. And then we've got the devil as well. So perhaps you're going to feel it a little bit more than perhaps you'd like. That you'd like to hold your divine feminine in your arms, that you remember what it was like to kiss her. You're remembering the physical exchange that you've had with your divine feminine, and it's got you a little bit. Hello, how you going? There's some big fire energy here, and we've got all these very fiery pushes playing out in August. Is it rising up as sexual energy for you, divine masculine? And are you directing it towards your lovely divine feminine, but you don't know how to reach out and tell her about it? You don't know how to bridge this gap with some level of wisdom? Look at the likely outcome. From this push of starting to, I don't want to say obsession because I'm not feeling it at that level. I'm not. But do I say it's definitely connected to sexual energy and perhaps turning it into chaser energy? What are you chasing? You're chasing your Queen of Cups, your beautiful divine feminine. What is the likely outcome? You're going to feel a big rush of love, right? Big rush of love. But what I want to say to you, you might run into a knight, divine masculine. Now that you've stood up in your Queen of Cups energy, your divine feminine's been through the ringer. And right now she's focused on ascension with the divine. For you to be able to really have this connection, you're going to have to show up every inch the Queen of Cups. Every inch. It's the most love anyone can feel in tarot. So this is just focusing on you and what you feel. And if you come over offering the Queen of Cups energy, she might be a little nervous. She might not want to match it entirely at this point. She might want to sit in Knight of Cups energy and go, are you for real? Are you for real? Or are you still and look, I'm going to reflect back on my journey. I've fully put Ricky through this game. Are you the Queen of Cups or are you the devil? And isn't that another energy that we can link to that North Node where you feel like you're in the rapids and then you feel like you're in the calm? And I'd go, are you the Queen of Cups or are you still the devil? Are you still running Mach 10 with your hair on fire, or are you really genuinely, what you're saying to me, can I really, really believe it's true? And because of that, divine feminine, you might want to show up a little bit more Knight of Cups to his Queen, and just battle test what they're saying. And if they're, I've turned this off 50 times. Maybe it's telling me that it's time. It's time for all this to sort out. Okay, I love this for you, divine masculine, and I love that, the divine is saying things are moving in good favor for you as the likely outcome, divine feminine. The likely outcome is that the masculine rises. The push for him is to be an emperor. So that's someone who leads the charge, moves forward, protective, nurturing, He knows what he's got to do, and what the likely outcome is he's going to have a big surge of love. It might be a push of sexual energy that gets him looking, that gets him chasing again, gets him interested in the game. But the likely outcome is love. Oh, still my heart. Love. Love for the divine, love for your twin, love for self, love for humanity. The Queen of Cups, she feels it all. She feels it all. Not only does she feel it, she's able to give it. She's able to give that full cup of love. Oh, still my heart, and bless these connections, divine. I love this message that you're giving. I'm going to grab a card now from our Divine Love Oracle for our Divine Feminines. Let's get your message for today. Why is that one? Okay. Let's get a bit of a message for Divine Feminine. Let's get a Divine Feminine. What have we got for you, Divine Feminine? Let's just choose one. I'm just going to split that deck like that. You ready? What have we got? Ooh, okay. One for Divine Masculine. Let's just do them all together. Ooh. And a likely outcome. Yes. Yes. Okay. This makes absolute sense to me. Absolute sense. So, Divine Feminine, what is this pain? What is this pain? And we've been saying it. Why does it keep rising this way and then it feels like this way the next minute? What is this current cycle all about? It's a purge and burn cycle that is designed to push you into ascension. How do you get through it? You hold space. You get up and you face the day, even if you know I'm lost without you. What is this pain? It's getting you, it's almost, it's like a birthing pain, isn't it? Can you imagine? This is what it is. You're in your high heel shoes, right? You're able to walk around and get about your business all day long in high heel shoes, and it's not the shoe that causes the pain. You know they look good, you know you feel great and all this kind of stuff, and then it's not the shoe, it's the pin that somebody's sticking into your foot, and you're going, man, the obvious thing that should cause the pain is not really what's causing the pain. What are these weird pins in the shoe? I know it's a bit of an abstract image, but that is a high heel shoe with pins stuck through it, right? So it's an, I don't want to say obtuse, but obscure pain that comes at you that you go, I should have this under control right now. Like if I wear high heel shoes, I know the pain that I'm going to endure if I go out all day and wear these shoes. But this pain is over and above. It's not right. It's not fair. It's really, really wrong. I'm out there and I'm facing the day knowing exactly the pain that I should be prepared for. And then you want to go and stick pins in my foot. Right. What is this pain? This is the pain of ascension. This is the pain of birthing a new frequency for humanity. This pain is divine pain, and it's not great that we have to feel it, but we feel the pain. We don't want to sit in suffering. Suffering and pain are two different ideals. Suffering is when you don't move the pain. So whoever is causing this pain, whether it's you, whether it's your divine masculine, you don't actually have to identify the source. What you've got to do is go, where am I feeling it? How do I move it on? I've got to feel it deeply. Feel it till you can't feel it no more. If it causes you to kick, scream, punch, cry, whatever it causes you to do. It doesn't matter if the source of the pain is coming from the divine masculine. You do have the power to move it on. So what is this pain? It's pins in your shoe. Feel it where you need to feel it and heal it. Move it on, because you do not have to sit in suffering, divine feminine. And then divine masculine. Ego, buddy. Ego. This is what you wanted. Reality is right 100% of the time. And this is interesting because down here, look what you've got. The devil. For mine, this is like Bon Jovi halfway there. Kurt Cobain, doused in mud, soaked in bleach. This, you want your divine feminine back, don't you? You want her energy. You're feeling it as a sexual force at the moment, but you pushed her away. And now your ego is saying to you, well, that's what you wanted. You sent her away. You told her off you go. I've got other things going on. I've got other choices. I'm busy with work, maybe another relationship. It's how you wanted it. And now you're faced with the energy, excuse me, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's part of how this works, where you've got to go toe to toe with what does it look like to come back around. It's a whole lot of pride swallowing, isn't it? To go, I'm really, really battling with this strong desire for you. I'm really, really battling with big feelings. Big feelings. And my ego is saying, well, that's what you wanted. I gave you what you wanted. You said that she was too much. You said that you didn't want to feel these big feelings. You said all those things. And ego says, well, I rose up. I gave you what you wanted. I kept you safe. I kept you safe away from that Empress. She was going to take you down. She was going to hurt you. She was going to disrupt everything. She was going to disrupt it all. I sent her away. That's what you wanted. And now, higher consciousness, divine spirit, all of the above, says, actually, I think we got it wrong. And ego's going, well, it's what you wanted. It's what you wanted. Now you want to rise up against me? What are we supposed to do with that? It's a kicker, isn't it? But this is how it moves you forward. Pain is a propellant for change. If things were perfect, nobody would ever search for more. Nobody would seek to understand the divine if we didn't have these polarities, the positive and the negatives. Those are the building blocks of creation, the ones and the zeros, the dualities, the masculines and the feminines, the opposites. The lack in the world is how we understand the fullness of the Creator. So this pain, it's here to serve us. And twins, oh, we walk a path, don't we? We walk a path. Our egos say, this is what you signed up for, brother. This is what you signed up for. And now I know that the next part of the journey is going to begin. I know you want to go after it, but I'm actually going to put a little block in your way to go, you told me she was trouble. You told me she was trouble. I'm just going to slow you down a minute. So when I go, we're halfway there. I'm going, yeah, all the feelings are there, all the good stuff's there, but not quite yet the wisdom to ascend into it. Okay, one last card for the connection. The Holy Trinity. Now, I love this. Even though we're in this really, really big cycle together, right? Big cycle of, purge and burn energies, figuring out egos, figuring out big emotions, all of the above. For the connection, it's held safe by the divine. It's held safe. The feminine and the masculine energies and the divine, you are held safe, and this is a process. Work the process. Work the process, because what comes out of this tower moment, this big breakdown, the breakthrough energy, doused in mud, soaked in bleach, you're halfway there. I'm trying to face the day I'm lost without you. Hope and faith will come back, because you are held in a holy trinity with you, your twin, and the divine. So I keep bumping that. Turbulence, see? Turbulence is upon you. But you are held safely in the arms of the divine and the Holy Trinity. You, your twin, and the divine. I don't have much more to say to that. Know that your connection is held safely, and Spirit is doing their level best to break you down, to break you through. And when this when this Lion's Gate energy finally descends upon us, I think we're going to see some very, very different readings. Okay, that's your reading for today. If you've liked the way we deliver information, we're really, really keen to help as many people as we can. So the likes, shares, and subscribes are really, really super appreciated, and we are watching our little community grow. I am available for private readings. I do a lot of private readings, but like I will adjust time. What am I trying to say? It's the time zones that I'm trying to sort of get to there. Communications block. I will endeavour to work with your time zone to get you a reading in a time that is relevant to both of us, so that if you need that extra support in a private reading, I'm available to do that. What else? We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. If you want to just message us, find us on those platforms and reach out. We love having chats with our divine community, or even in the comments on YouTube there. We do our best to get through all of those. We are in the process of moving house. I literally pick up the keys in a couple of hours. So that's really super exciting for us. So if we're a little bit slow to get back to your messages, we do apologise, but we will endeavour to get to them as quickly as we can. Short of that, I just want to say, send out just so much love to the community. And I know you're going through some incredible waves of up and down, but you're doing an amazing job bringing yourselves out of the lowest of the lows and coming back to neutral really quickly and holding these void spaces. And we're starting to see that those who are on the front of the wave are starting to get that fish in a cup communication that we've been talking about in previous readings, where you're starting to get just the start of the surge starting. The wave is starting to break. So if we're halfway there, we're starting to see the start of it breaking. It's not building anymore, it's starting to break, which is beautiful. Keep doing the work, Divine Feminine. Keep doing your work, Divine Masculine. We see you all, and we're sending so much love. So if you've got this far, thank you. Until we talk to you again next time, hopefully we get to do that. It's bye from me in faith, hope, and love, and we'll see you when we see you next. Bye for now.